Hi, my name is Keith. In this short overview video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on a Noble's SSR that will transfer over to a Tennant T7 to help minimize the cost and need of sending a service tech, plus maintain your equipment properly. To expose your batteries, lift your seat and lock it into place. This gives you access to your battery compartment. Okay, now that we're inside the battery compartment, here are a few things that you can check. So these are your batteries. These are wet-celled batteries. What you want to check here are, of course, your cables to make sure they're good and tight and free of corrosion. Now, wet-cell means that you have to maintain your batteries. Now, to maintain your batteries, you take these little white caps off that's got the vent port and everything in them, and you fill your water up here with distilled water, not regular water, distilled water inside your batteries to maintain the life of your batteries. Now, us here at USACLEAN, we do offer a lithium battery pack with this, guys. What that means is you're going to get 4 times the amount of run time. The charge time is about 2.5 hours on these things. Plus, you're going to get 1 battery instead of 4 batteries with all of these cables and everything. So it's just 1 battery, 2 cables, that's it, positive and negative. So next, while we're in here, we can check your main wiring harness as well. Make sure that's not burnt or damaged in any way. Then you got your battery charger. Once you plug your batteries in, make sure this is actually functioning properly as well, or your batteries won't charge. Up front here, we have your control board. Now you have to lift this entire casing off your battery compartment to get to this guy. So here are your circuit breakers. You've got a 5 amp and a 10 amp circuit breaker, and here's your hour meter. Just keep in mind, look at these, make sure these are not broken or anything. So right here we have your seat switch. Now what you want to check on this guy is to make sure that the wires going to the seat switch are not burnt or damaged in any way, or your machine is not going to run properly. Now that the seat is up, we're going to go ahead and go into the recovery tank and check everything in the recovery tank. So just lift your recovery tank like that. Okay, here's a couple of key pointers now that we're inside the recovery tank. So one thing, on a daily basis, after each use, you want to rinse out your recovery tank. Just because it gets dirty and the dirty water goes in here, you want to make sure it's free and clear of debris. Next, good idea to check your gaskets that go around the top side of the tank. Make sure they're not damaged in any way, otherwise your suction's going to be lost. The vacuum fan filter is the same thing. The vacuum fan gasket is the same thing. Make sure that it is not damaged, otherwise you're going to lose your suction. Last but not least, check your vacuum fan filter. Make sure it is free and clear of debris as well. These are some daily deals that you need to be doing to maintain your machine properly. In a charging status, I always say, leave your vacuum fan filter up like that, with your recovery tank open so that it dries out the recovery tank. Plus it dries out your vacuum fan filter as well. Okay, on the back side of the recovery tank, there's not much to check in here. You've got your vacuum suction hose right here. You want to check this out too. Make sure there's no tears or holes in here, otherwise you're going to lose suction. You have got your recovery tank drain hose. You want to make sure that your tabs are still in place and that the caps seal pretty tight too, or actually they need to seal really tight, otherwise you'll lose suction that way. Then you've got your solution drain hose. It's the same thing. Make sure that the tab's still in place and that the cap is sealed as well. Now we're going to go into the solution tank and show you what to check on a daily basis to maintain your solution flow. So close your recovery tank lid and flip your recovery tank backwards like this and it'll latch in place. Now that exposes your solution tank. Okay, so now we're inside the solution tank. First, go ahead and look inside your solution tank. Make sure it's free and clear of debris. If you need to clean it, just take the drain hose off and run a hose through here and rinse it out with water. Next, make sure that your solution filter is clean and free of debris as well, otherwise you're not going to get proper solution flow. Another thing is you have a solution float. Now this tells you if you've got water in the tank or not. Just make sure that it's free and clear of debris and it's not broken or damaged in any way as well. Okay, coming down to the deck, here are a few things that you want to keep a constant eye on. It's always a good idea. Your side skirts right here, your side skirt retainer, there's a left and there's a right. your yellow guard blocks. They could be black too. A lot of the times these kind of the side skirts get worn, and a lot of the times the retainers can break and they get damaged. Another thing is open up your side skirt retainer. Just pull this back pin right here, and this opens up. And this way you can check your pad drivers and you can check your pads for worn and everything like that. But then you can clip them off, and then you can check your clutch plates underneath there, pad holders if you will. Check those to make sure they're not damaged as well. So sitting on the machine, to the left side of the control panel, these are the functions, okay? So your green button here, when you click this button, this turns on the entire machine. This turns on your brush deck, your vac motor, it drops your squeegee, it drops the brush deck. Now to the right of it, that is your vac motor on-off switch. Right above that, if your machine has a fast system attached to it, that's your fast system button. Right here is your brush pressure, positive and negative. Negative means less brush pressure on your deck, and positive means more. Right to the right of that is your solenoid, more water and less water. So you got your positive and negative here too. So negative means less water, positive means more. So in the center of your control panel are your indicator lights. So this one right here that's lit up red, that is your solution empty indicator. That means you don't have any solution in your solution tank. To the right of that is your recovery tank indicator. So this one lights up when your recovery tank is full. To the right of that is your battery meter indicator. Red meaning dead batteries, green meaning full. And to the right of that, that is your service indicator. This will light up if it detects anything wrong with your machine. Now to the right of the control panel, we have your emergency stop button. This kills the power to the entire machine. So say you want to get on your machine and you want to use it, you key it on and nothing happens. Always be first to check this emergency stop switch. Make sure it is out. To the right of that is your forward and reverse switch. Forward's up, reverse is back. To the right of that is your horn. And to the right of that is your key switch, on and off. So down here is your squeegee assembly. A few things you want to keep in mind and check on a daily basis are your rear squeegee blade and your front squeegee blade. Make sure they're not worn or dirty or anything like that. You can check out our video on how to replace the squeegee blades if you need to. Take a rag, wipe those out on after each use on a daily basis. That's preferred. Next, you can check your star knobs. Make sure these are good and tight, not broken or damaged. And then you have 2 guide wheels on each side. Check those out. Make sure they're not damaged in any way. You can come down here and also check this hose right here and make sure that's good and tight and sealed and connected right there. Other than that, that's all you need to look for. Once again, my name is Keith. For all the parts listed in this video, plus thousands of diagrams and how-to repair guides, be sure to click the link in the description below or visit us on the web at USACLEAN.com. Stay safe and thanks for watching.